Monday Night Raw happened. Now what do we think about it? Hi guys, welcome to my thoughts and speculations about the current wrestling events. With the bloodline. WWE decided to remind us who won the last qualifier in the King of the Ring tournament. Jay won. Jesus Christ, why? Why was that a choice? We had so many other different choices. I really didn't consider him winning the qualifier, so I wasn't taking him into consideration later on. Now I honest to God think he might win this. You know, we were also happy that we have Dominic there, that we have Javan, Oba obviously, but perhaps it will be and Brock will actually interrupt the semi-finals and Oba will not be able to go through. And then we will have Dominic, which I am fucking hoping for. Very much. I love the fact that Dominic won the qualifier. It was... I need him more on the screen. I really, really do. He is such a fun character. Brings so much out of the audience. Even if the crowd is quiet mostly throughout of the show, when Dominic is there and he's trying to speak, people are loud. And that's fantastic. But now I think, let's say my prediction now is that Dominic wins with Oba because of interruption from Brock. Jay wins with Javan, which I don't think will have any interruptions. I think it will be a clean win. Do I agree with it? Is a different story. And then Jay wins with Dominic. Whether it's through some shenanigans, because Dominic will most likely bring some shenanigans with him. So I'm expecting Bloodline to get involved as well. But, you know, we were so happy that we have the new faces, the young faces within the tournament. I now truly believe WWE did that so that Jay can easily win. It pains me to see Jacob with them. And I do understand that we can later on have a story where Jacob is stirring something within the group. Most likely we will go the route with Jacob against Jay. But now Jay being in the King of the Ring tournament, I think it just pushes that back, which is a tiny bit annoying because I was hoping we're going to get there straight away. Really was hoping. I was convinced Jacob was winning. The title was winning against the tribal chief. He will now be the new ruler of the bloodline, and we would get just so much fun new segments and new possibilities. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. And now just seeing him parading with them, my heart breaks. It really does, because it bores me. I don't want to see it. And yes, he goes around and takes care of Roman's business, but he still is very much in the background. At least if it feels like he is in the background for me. We'll see. We'll see what ride WWE is taking us on when it comes to this story within the bloodline. I'm not gonna lie, I would like it to be resolved sooner rather than later, because I really, really want to see Jacob back on top, and I want to see him be crazy, unpredictable, seemingly unstoppable. That's the Jacob that I want, not the one that we have now, really. I actually enjoyed the ending of the Bloodline segment, psychologically, let's say. Welcoming Jacob into the family, into the bloodline, means so much to him. He was the outsider. Nobody cared for him, nobody called, nobody was interested in how he's doing, how's the family doing, can he provide. And now him receiving this confirmation that he is a part of the family, I think can be a catalyst for him changing his ways and actually be listening to Roman. I think it can be a fun dynamic. I am hopeful again. It's stupid, but it is what WWE does well. It gives us hope they usually take it away. They laugh at our face for having the hope, but we still follow. So I'm hopeful again. And also, Roman will not be around for some time, which leaves Jacob not having to answer to anyone. This may really provide us with some alluring and intriguing storylines. Stupid. Okay, so a very, very quick comment on LA and the Usos segment. It went pretty much how I think everybody would expect, with Jay coming out, and then with Jacob coming out. The only thing I would like to say is I hoped that Jimmy would just leave them alone, as in LA and Jay, and just let them fight their fight and leave the ring. But I do think this still may happen, but somewhere within the future. And I actually enjoy that LA now is getting more and more involved within the Bloodline story. And yes, we did have segments between LA and the Usos already, but I really feel like this one was more feisty and had a bit more substance to it. So I think the story is finally moving forward. I cannot stress enough how much I need Io to win this match. Because if Raquel wins, that really brings us closer to Liv winning her semi-final. And I don't think anyone wants that, because we can have Liv against Raquel any day. The story is there. We already could have done it by that time. WWE chose not to. Please, I really don't want that to happen in the tournament. I want this to be a separate topic, a separate issue, a separate feud. Just not here. La ruda. La más ruda. Roxy, I am sure, is coming. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, we got no interruption. We got no interruption within the match. We got Io to win. That makes me hopeful. We will not have Liv go further within the tournament. Fingers crossed. I am actually quite surprised. I wonder if it's gonna bring some turmoil within the group. Like Raquel would be asking, why didn't you come out and help me? I wonder if that's gonna happen. Talking about the match, I had some high expectations, really, because both Io and Raquel are fantastic workers. And I honestly think Io shined way more within the match. From the very beginning, her punches looked way stronger. They seemed to do truly lots of damage. Punches looked effective and effortless, truthfully. And we had some fine dynamic between these two. I think we could get a bit more. Raquel seemed to be a little bit withdrawn from the match. I am not seeing what was happening during commercial, and I do believe that it was Raquel on top during that time. But just looking at what they put through for everyone else to see, Io was, I think, like 80% of the time on top in this match. We had a nice spot including the crowd. These are always excitement-inducing for everyone in the audience and for everyone watching at home. I wish we could have gotten a little bit more from the match, a little bit more back and forth. I am happy with the result though. I really am. So now we have a prospect of Io against either Liv or Charlotte. And which one would I prefer? Of course, Charlotte. And I'm not even thinking in the categories of, oh, Io against Charlotte will be way more interesting, the fighting would be better, the overall product that we would receive out of it would be more exciting. None of that. I am not considering those thoughts. The only reason is I really don't want to see Liv go further within the tournament because it makes no sense. I will be thinking about Io versus Liv if that is to happen. Then I will consider just even visualizing the match. Because for now, I just do not accept this as an option. Chad Gable! I completely forgot we are having Oba against Dominic today as well. Oh, that made me so happy. That made me so happy. The prospect of that match is just so fun to me because we have Oba. He can absolutely evaporate Dominic from the earth. Right? We all know that. But Dominic, he's so sleazy in his ways. He's always got something up his sleeve. He is quick in the ring to think of some kind of offense or just something that would get him disqualified, but the ref is not looking. That is going to be, I truly hope, a historic match. I am going into this match with extremely high hopes. Because this can be the funnest match of the whole show. Does Liv want to curse Charlotte? I do like that Danhausen is now crossing to the mainstream, and I think if Liv were to put out a song about Danhausen or a song involving Danhausen, that would be the biggest hit within the WWE. I am convinced, and now I want it. Now I want it. I want to see it. One more thing about Danhausen. I do not know anything about NBA. I don't even know the teams. I know Knicks now, right? Obviously. I am not from the US. That is just an unknown territory for me. But I just want to comment on the fact that when Danhausen uncursed them and they were winning and winning and winning and now they are champions, I don't think this can be understood by anybody. And if now there is a person who doesn't believe in a curse, good luck. Good luck. Also, are you blind? Did you not see what happened? You could not have written that. Honestly, it's just pure insanity. The whole story. I love it so much. It's so fun. And it's just so ridiculous that all of that happened and laid out in that way. There is no doubt that we all love Danhausen. But now I think we need to be scared of him a bit more. We are having Seth Rollins against Bron Breakker at Night of Champions, a steel cage match. And I am always excited to see a steel cage because I'm always hoping for blood. Both Seth and Bron are now one of my favorite wrestlers. I enjoy watching them in the ring so much. Whenever I see Bron Breakker, I just smile. His facial expressions just give this sinister vibe, and I am in for it. That is my favorite type. Just crazy, sinister, looking for blood, looking for any type of conflict, just to have a conflict. That is the type that I like the most. And Bron fits this mold so well. So whenever Bron is on the screen, I know I'm gonna have fun. And this also goes to Seth. Maybe he is not as sinister as Bron Breakker can be, but he is crazy. I love all the segments that he does on the mic. He is a fantastic mic worker. He is unpredictable. He is pretty vengeful. And I love that. So I can already say I am going into the match with high expectations for fun. Just pure fun. I haven't been thinking what the match finish would look like. Possible Bronson Reed return, I think. For now, I just don't really want to focus on this. I am just excited. Okay, I need people to be a bit more louder for Chad. I am hoping that during the match, the crowd will be a bit more involved. One can only hope. Hey, chill, woman. They're gonna be good. I truly think we will have a great show of strength. I can imagine Chad and Rusev matching each other's energy within the ring. So I think we are solid there. For the finish, I do think Chad will be winning. Whether it will be because Ethan Page interrupts and the ref sends him back, or he interrupts and Penta comes out to deal with him. And I think this distraction will allow Chad to pick up the win. I don't think he's giving up. No way. He gave up? Well, well, well. So I got it wrong a little bit. And first things first, I want to say thank you to the crowd for actually getting rowdy, for keeping interest in the fight, for cheering on, for chanting Gable, for just being excited and present. That made me so happy, and it made watching the match that much more exciting. Let me tell you, when the Machka kicked, connected so well. Oh, it connected. I got scared. I thought that was it. And Ethan got or tried to get involved a little bit before that, so we would have the area for the discussion of Chad lost because of Ethan, no he didn't, blah blah blah. And I am very happy that it was Chad that got rid of the Ethan problem and nobody else was involved up until the match finished, because then we got Ray, and getting Ray is always the right choice. Dragon Lee was also there, and he is fantastic. We need more of him. But I will always speak on Ray when he is involved, because I have so much love for that man. Also, Rusev tapped out. Didn't expect that finish. With that, I wonder if we're gonna continue this story with Rusev and Chad. I think we can finish it. I think we can move on. Most likely next week we will have Chad versus Ethan, or maybe Chad and Dragon Lee against Ethan and Rusev. Both of those matches seem very exciting. I didn't record my thoughts before. Even if I were to record my thoughts before the match, there would be no winner that I would be able to choose from because of the possible involvement, which did happen but didn't really have any outcome. And I do have to speak on Roxanne. I cannot express enough how much I adore her little courtesy show, and her just being like, yes, thank you, I did just slap you, beat you, kick you, or whatever. It's so fun. It just adds to her character so much. Also, I was talking earlier about the psychotic side of the wrestler that I love, and she also fits this very well. She screams, she does some manic movements where she cannot stop and just hits the opponent over and over and over and over. She goes into frenzy. That is really what I like to see. I would also like to speak on Charlotte and how every time she flips out from the mat, I wonder how in the hell is she not catching her hair and just pulls it out, really. So I want you all to know that every time she does that flip, this is what's in my head. I am every time just worried about her hair. Did I comment really on the match itself? Not really. The match was solid. It didn't take my breath away, but there is also nothing I can say about it in the wrong way. Nothing really that I didn't like. I actually quite enjoyed Roxanne's focus on Charlotte's hand, and at some point I really started to worry about Flair's hand. I don't think anything is wrong. I think she just played it very well. However, there is a small, teeny percentage of me that is worried. We have 2 matches within one show that ended up in a tap out. Who'd have thought? Not me. What is Logan doing here? We have a surprise match between Jovan and Austin Theory. I was quite surprised to hear Logan's theme, honestly, because I knew he was out with the injury and I did not expect him to be around for any stories. However, I have to say, I like the idea of Logan going around with Austin trying to recruit people to the vision and telling them, this is not a question, you are now in the vision. That is just a fun concept in my head. And the fact that I am not really that excited whenever they are mentioned as a faction, this idea does bring a smile to my face. Now, before the match, what do we think? We'll have shenanigans. Do I expect Braun Breaker to come out and then Seth? Possibly, but we had their vignettes already, so I don't think this is happening. I actually am thinking that Jovan will win, because Logan will try to get involved in the match, but with the injured arm, I don't think he will be able to do much. So I'm expecting a great match, fun moves, especially from Jovan. Always excited to see him in the ring. And I'm expecting Jovan to win. Well, I guess we need to remember about the Street Profits. And you have to wonder now, with Angelo Dawkins back, what of the friendship between Taz and Seth? Is the friendship gonna grow? It still can be in the conversation, because we need the tag team match and Seth against Breaker. So I think we will be revolving around this topic, but I don't think we are going into it as deeply as I, at least myself, thought we were going to do. Okay, also, what a spear from Braun Breaker. That was magnificent. I loved it. It was a beautiful spear. I would also like to stop here for a second and just say that Jovan honestly makes me believe that flying is possible for humans. Also, he really wanted to be in the first row watching today. My man, you are in the match. You are the match. You are the show. Dominic versus Oba. I want to comment on that match before we even begin with them coming out, because it may just happen that Brock Lesnar appears there, and I don't want to have anything staining my thoughts before. We have about 19 minutes left, so I'm not sure. I think we're gonna get a commercial or two within that as well, so a bit shorter time. I don't know if there is some backstage segment that still awaits us. I don't care right now. I only want to focus about Oba against Dominic. My hope is simple. I want Dominic to win. Do I want Brock Lesnar to show up? Not necessarily. However, I understand that really for Dominic to win, we need the involvement of Brock Lesnar. And that's the only hope I have, because I am absolutely convinced that this match will be exceptionally fun. Do I also expect the Judgment Day or JD to get involved? Absolutely, 100% he is somehow going to get punched. I don't really know about the timing. If we have Oba winning cleanly with Dominic, then we will have like a 2-minute match. Because for a minute and a half or a minute, Dominic will be running around trying to avoid Oba. Then Oba will catch up onto him, murder him, pin, done. If, however, we will have Dominic standing tall at the end of the match. Standing tall is a big ask, actually. Winning, the match can amount to, I believe, like, do I give it 8 minutes? Not generous. You know what? I'll give it 8 minutes. That's it. Honestly, I don't have any more thoughts before the match. I want Dominic to win. some shenanigans. Just a fun, exciting last segment of the show. Get that hammer. Will it help him with anything though? He's dead. JD is dead. No, this is not ending yet. On one! Oh. Dom didn't win. So I was wrong with a couple of things here. That's not the issue though for me. What I wasn't wrong about is that it was fun. Because it was, I enjoyed it so much. The beginning was a bit slow with Dominic running around the ring trying to escape Oba. I think that was expected. I think we all knew that was going to happen. I was quite excited with my timing because the match started when it was 7 minutes 50 seconds left, and I was like, my 8 minutes don't seem so bad now. But we finished with 3 minutes to spare, so wrong. JD got murdered, you guys. Murdered. The clothesline on the other side of the ropes looked absolutely brutal. I was shocked seeing JD up on his legs so quickly after that. I got excited seeing Dominic having the hammer. It helped with nothing. Oba kicked out at one. That was quite shocking because I knew he was going to kick out. Not on one though. I think with that he just proved he is a beast. Speaking of the beast, I like that Oba was just as surprised as I was that he didn't show up. Brock didn't show up. Now I really need Lesnar to not show up until SummerSlam. I want a clean final of the tournament, although if Jay wins, there will be no clean match. I do not want to focus on that much now. I will focus on it more on Friday when we know who the finalist is. Because if we have Jay, I think Jimmy can come out and Jacob can come out and Oba would still win the final. And then him picking Roman would be just easy. Already they were mentioning each other, so having that match at SummerSlam seems fine with me. And that is where I would expect Brock Lesnar to come back. How would we move forward with this? If we would have a triple threat, maybe Brock doesn't show up at SummerSlam. Oba wins cleanly with Roman. Brock comes back, wants his title shot against Oba because he just beat him. And the stipulation would be championship versus career. And that would be the final match at one of the shows. Overall, am I mad that Dominic didn't win? No. That thought in my head was just so fun. But we didn't get Brock, so it didn't make any sense for Dominic to actually win. Now, thank you all for spending your time with me. Please share your thoughts about the wrestling affairs in the comments. And I will see you soon.